for me, I'm fortunate enough to be able to work with companies that I want to work with. And so it adds a little extra motivation because I want to help as much as I can from my end.
Yes, and that's always the best, to work with companies and organizations and teams that you want to work with. I think I think I have a pretty good personality, and I'm a fun person to work with. And I think because of that, sometimes people, they want you on their team and they want your organization and your team to work with them, but they're not always the most organized. And sometimes they bring you too much into the weeds. And when you meet with them, you find yourself walking away with more and more tasks, and you can't really concentrate and focus on the other things that you should be doing as it relates to client service to your other clients, and or as a business owner as it relates to marketing and sales. And so I guess that's the difference between a business owner and an operator. And sometimes as consultants, we have to make sure that we don't get stuck to where that one client is taking up all of our time and it's not enjoyable. Then it makes it not enjoyable just because they're taking up your time.
Exactly. And sometimes, early on, I've had clients that expected me to do a lot of those things and go to all these meetings and then still have the deliverables. And it got to a point where it's taken up, it's almost like a full-time job, but you're not getting like a full-time, salary plus the benefits that come with like a full-time job. Right. So, I think it's just like kind of personal assessment at that point of, hey, where's my time going? And am I focusing on the skills that I want to really be focusing on? Or am I just doing a lot of admin stuff because I'm this external consultant and they wanted me to do everything under the sun?
Yes. And I think this topic is important for consultants at all levels. But especially some of the newer consultants, naturally, sometimes you don't build up that exterior or that strength to set boundaries and to say no, and to and to bring that up to your client and say, excuse me, that's not in my scope. I've had clients be pretty upset with me, but I was okay with them being upset with me because that's not in my scope of work and that's not the deliverable that we set forth. However, if this is something that you would like to do, we can adjust or renegotiate the contract. But yeah, people have to value you, and you have to value yourself, and you have to make people respect and value you. So we do have some questions and comments in the chat. I still haven't forgotten about that community engagement and that evaluation question, but let's check in and see who's watching.